What's up, my dude? So, Jason Anderson is literally that dude back in high school that was always getting into trouble and getting into fights and getting caught smoking and always on probation. That is actually what Jason Anderson is in Pro Supercross right now, bro. Whew. So, if you haven't realized yet, AMA has gone completely soft. This has been happening for like the past, 5 years or something like that, 5+ years. So Jason Anderson has been put back on probation. This is a 6-month probation for aggressive riding, whatever the hell that means, okay? And the irony of all this is he gets on probation for aggressive riding for taking out Justin Barcia, the most aggressive rider we have probably ever seen in the history of motocross and supercross. Okay? The irony of all this is like, if we're going to go by this metric, AMA, like if you think Jason Anderson is such an aggressive rider to where you got to put him on probation again, I'm pretty sure that you had him on probation last year with like Malcolm Stewart and some of them dudes, right? But if Jason Anderson is that bad to where you feel the need to put him on probation for aggressive riding, you do realize if we're going to follow that rule set, then Justin Barcia should have been completely eliminated from even being able to race in Supercross like 10 years ago. You do realize that, right, AMA? You do understand that, right? If we're going to go by your rules and by your rule set, then Justin Barcia shouldn't even be there. He shouldn't even be allowed to be racing at all, period. And then Anderson wouldn't even be getting into these problems. That's what cracks me up. It's just like, oh, now you want to start getting strict on people. You didn't want to do that back when Barcia was taking out everybody and their grandmother, but now you want to get all soft and act like you can't be too aggressive and all this bullshit. And by the way, I don't even think that Barcia should be ever on a probation or anything like that. I think you should just let the boys race. Let them race. Let them do what they're going to do and let them handle it on the track. That's the problem. AMA is trying to police this shit too much to the point where now it's like you can't handle it on the track. You know, if one guy takes out another guy, well, now AMA is looking at you under a magnifying glass to the point to where Spency Boy going to totally stop in the rut. But now it's to the point where it's like you can't settle it as men. You can't go out there and settle it on the track because AMA is going to get on you, like they're your principal in school. You know what I mean? Whoa, you got a little too aggressive. Now you can't do that anymore, right? And it's just like, AMA, do you realize that Justin Barcia has been so aggressive to the point where, whoa, Spency Boy getting wild out here, boys. I knew I wasn't going to be able to land that jump. That's why I did that. Okay. That's a pretty tricky little kickered out triple right there. Okay. But it's to the point with Justin Barcia that, like, it's almost, if you don't take him out or you don't pass him, really stick the pass and pass him aggressively, then he's just going to blow you out in the next corner. You do realize that, right, AMA? Everybody's on their damn tippy toes every time they go to try to pass, Justin Barcia because they know that he's going to try to instantly retaliate and try to take him out in the next corner. It's like, what else did you want Jason Anderson to do? I'm really confused by that. It's like, Jason Anderson can't even pass Barcia clean because he knows what Barcia is going to try to do in the very next corner. Like, hello? You do realize every time, no matter if it's Tomac or, whoever it is, it does not matter. It can be Tomac, it can be Anderson, it can be, somebody like Roxon. Anytime they go to try to pass Barcia, it's like if you even try to pass Barcia, quote unquote, nicely or you even try to pass him respectfully, he's just going to blow you out in the next corner. That's what he does. That's what he's known for. That's his motto. That's his MO. So now when somebody actually tries to stick the pass on Barcia and tries to make sure that Barcia doesn't come back and take them out in the very next corner because he does it to everybody, now they get on probation for, aggressive riding. This is bullshit in every way of the definition of the word. This is ridiculous. And Jason Anderson even went on there to say, kind of making memes and making jokes out of it, like, who's my probation officer, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh. I mean, it's like AMA has gotten so far off of the pulse of what's actually going on here in pro Supercross and pro motocross. It's just really sad to see, man. It's really sad to see. So, and it's like AMA doesn't realize that's what gets people to watch this shit. That's what sells. The takeouts and the drama in the tweets. So you blasted Jason Anderson's tweet about Justin Barcia. You put that all over your live broadcast. You wanted to blast it all over your social media every time Anderson gets involved in some drama because it sells. It gets more people to watch Supercross. But then you want to turn around and go in there and tell Jason Anderson that he needs to delete that tweet. And then you want to go in there and put Anderson on 6-month probation for basically making Supercross more exciting and getting more people to watch it and making you more money. You want to go in there and then put Anderson on probation and tell him he needs to delete the tweet and restrict everything that he can do. What? This is getting to a whole nother level right here, bro. I feel so sorry for Anderson. He's just like it's just like a product of the times, you know what I mean? He's just, it's just, I don't even know. I don't even know the words for this anymore, man. I don't even know, guys. Definitely let me know down in the comments what you guys think, but AMA is not making any sense anymore, man. You do realize if we're going to put people on probation, especially a guy that takes out the most aggressive rider in the history, Justin Barcia, of all people, it's like AMA's got it to the point where you can't even pay back the guy that has been taking out people his entire career. And you can't even try to, stick it to him in a corner and that's just Barcia has proved that over and over and over again. If you don't stick a pass on Barcia, if you don't basically take out Barcia when you try to pass him, then he's just going to take you out in the very next corner. Hello? AMA, just because Barcia's not really taking out people right now we're going to be all on Barcia's side. Now we're going to go in there and put everybody else on probation. Meanwhile, Justin Barcia should have been on probation every year of his entire career, and he should have been totally banned from the shit back in 2012. If we're going to go by your rules, if we're going to go by what you seem to be doing now, then you do realize that guy that you're, putting Anderson on probation for taking out, that same guy shouldn't even be there if we're going to go by your rule set. Fuck! I can't stand this shit. I can't handle it, AMA. You're pushing me to my highest Spency boy level right now, bro. This is ridiculous. Of all people, you're going to side with Justin Barcia on an aggressive riding probation rule set. What the hell is this? I didn't know, real life Supercross turned into MX Simulator where you can't even take people out anymore. What the hell is this? What is this? Oh my God, guys. Spency boy can't even function right now. This is unbelievable. Like, yeah, I could totally understand you putting Anderson on probation if you totally banned Barcia like 10 years ago. That would have made your case a lot more believable. If you wouldn't have plastered all these takeouts and all this drama all over your social media and you didn't literally post Anderson's tweet in your live broadcast, then I could understand some of these decisions that you're making now. But you're doing one thing, then you're turning around and doing the exact opposite. It doesn't make any sense anymore. You're not making any sense anymore with everything that you're doing with Jason Anderson. You're not making a lick of sense anymore, bro. Again, to remind everybody, if it was up to me, there would be no aggressive riding penalties. That you would just let the boys handle it on the track. But now AMA's got this thing where it's like, okay, well, if you shoot first, then you're going to be the one that's penalized. You know what I mean? It's like, if you get in some sort of takeout or some kind of drama or something like that, well, whoever does the next move is going to actually be penalized for it, regardless of who did the first thing. It's so funny to me. It's like, just now, because Barcia's not necessarily the one that's just blowing everybody out of the water and taking everybody out, now you want to let, Barcia be doing whatever he wants to do and not be on probation. Let's not look at the last, entire career of Justin Barcia. Let's sweep all that under the rug, AMA. Let's not look at any of that, but we're just going to look at what's going on right now. Oh, and now you're going to totally be way more restrictive and way more strict on the riders on what they can and can't do on the track. Oh, wow, that's funny, isn't it? Oh my God, this is so ridiculous. I don't even want to talk about this anymore, bro. Oh man, this is bad. This is really bad, dude. This is as bad as it gets, dude. Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? I don't know. I've said everything I've needed to say in this video. There's nothing more to say. Let me catch my breath, dude. Oh, man. Like I say, let me know down in the comments what you guys feel about this, but I don't know what else Anderson could have done. And don't get me wrong, Anderson's also an aggressive rider, but he's not even close to Barcia. When you consider their entire careers, it's not even 1/10. It's not even half of what Barcia has done over his career. That's what you should be looking at, AMA. You shouldn't just be looking at what's happening right now. Like, what the hell is that? It's like AMA is changing their rule sets over the years so that everybody's got to change the way that they're riding and change the way that all this shit is going. Meanwhile, it's like AMA is getting it to the point where nobody can take anybody out, or they're going to be in fear of too aggressive riding. You can't even take people out anymore, okay? But magically, Justin Barcia can instantly retaliate anytime anybody tries to pass him nicely. He can instantly retaliate on anybody. He's done it countless times before and go out there and take the guy out in the very next corner. So now everybody's on their tippy toes. They're scared to even pass Barcia normally or nicely out of fear of what he will do to them in the very next corner. Okay, I believe that, Ken Roczen got in that same situation this year. He was kind of scared to even pass Barcia just out of fear of what he will do. But now when somebody actually passes Barcia properly, and they pass Barcia in a way that just restricts him from going in there and taking you out in the next corner, oh, now you're going to be put on probation by AMA. It doesn't make any sense, bro. Jason Anderson can't even do anything. It's like if he goes in there and passes Barcia clean, then he's going to get taken out by Barcia in the very next corner. But if he goes out there and doesn't pass Barcia clean to try to avoid getting taken out in the next corner, then he's just going to get penalized and put on probation by AMA. You do realize you've put Jason Anderson in a situation where he can't win. He can't do anything. It don't matter what he does. He's either going to get taken out by Barcia and lose the race, or he's going to pass Barcia properly and take him out to prevent him from taking him out in the very next corner, and then he's going to get put on probation. Literally, what the hell can Anderson even do at this point? I don't know. I don't know, guys. Whew. This is crazy. It's like AMA doesn't even realize that. Okay, AMA, you're just going to lose money. You do realize that. At the end of the day, you're going to make it less exciting to watch. There's not going to be as many takeouts. There's not going to be as many crashes. There's not going to be as many rivalries and battles and drama and all that stuff that sells tickets and gets people to watch the shit. You do understand that's what gets people to watch the shit. If everybody's just in a single file line and nobody ever takes anybody out and nobody ever gets in any drama, this will become the most dull, boring thing that I've ever watched in my entire life. Get your shit together, AMA. What the hell are you doing?